We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerds of the Apocalypse. I'm, of course, Stevie B, and to my left, maybe you're right, depending on how you're looking at the screen, is Bennet.
Yes, it is.
All right, and very, very recently, depending on when you're watching this, the Star Wars Episode 9 teaser trailer has dropped. You can already catch the reaction, Stevie B's reaction to that during his live stream on twitch.tv/nerdsoftheepoch. But that trailer warrants a breakdown. There was a lot that was said, a lot to look at, it's a lot to hear.
Process among the senses.
We heard some snickering, some laughter at the end. That's something to process.
I know that laugh.
And so we're going to break the trailer down right now, frame by frame. Maybe not frame by frame, but we're going to break the trailer down
Shot by shot.
scene by scene, and let's talk about it. All right, I make Heather do this with all our videos.
What?
Pat Bennet, snap your fingers. Oh, look at that.
I did it.
Look at that magic.
I'm better than Thanos.
Wrong
Oh,
franchise.
snap.
It's all Disney though, right? Okay, so here we go. Star Wars Episode 9 teaser. Let's push play.
Let's do it. Oh, yes.
So Daisy Ridley, heavy breathing, opens.
All my best dreams begin this way.
Jesus Christ. All right, she was running, I think, and she stopped. Okay, so let's go back and look. So you can kind of see right here. This is
the footprints.
No.
What?
Right there.
With the lightsaber.
This is the repaired hero saber. That's what it looks like.
Anakin's and then Luke's and now Rey's.
Yeah. So this looks like there's something on it that's repairing it. So.
Yeah. It's been bad.
So now you don't truly have the right lightsaber until you buy the new one with the fix on it.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Disney totally. That was probably like the only reason they broke it in Last Jedi. Like,
well, I wouldn't say that, but I mean it helped.
I mean, that was probably the first reason that came to their mind, and then they're like, okay, now you need to write the story around this.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. When I first watched this trailer, I thought she was finally found her parents' home on Jakku.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. That's what you're saying. Okay, so Luke's quote here really got me, and everybody's like, you're being stupid about it because I've brought this up to people before. Listen.
All we know.
Oh, hold on, I gotta go back.
He says we passed down all we know.
Passed down all we know.
Okay, we've passed down all we know.
He's talking about the legacy characters. I think.
Yes.
Like Han, Leia, and Luke.
Because everyone's like,
who's we?
You're just talking about the books. I think we've is that she's been communing with Obi-Wan, with Luke, and Qui-Gon via Force Ghosts. I think, and Yoda. Oh, sorry, how can I forget Yoda? And Yoda. And maybe even Anakin, damn it. Anakin showed up at the end of episode
Or, I mean, if you think
6.
about it, we passed on all we know, I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of like a way of saying, your ancestors, because, a father or a grandfather will teach his kid, and that father will teach their kid. So, in a way, you're being taught by all the generations that preceded you, but you never actually physically met them.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, I am starting to think that there won't be a lineage connection between. I don't think Luke has had a child. I don't think Rey.
I do think he met a woman.
Spoilers. Sorry. No, because I keep hitting the bar.
Yeah. No, I don't think he went 30 years with no significant other.
It's possible.
I don't know. He didn't seem like that type of guy who would do that. Or at least when we first met him. I don't know. He seemed horny in The New Hope.
Stop it.
Not Leia. I'm just saying he gave off the vibe.
All right, yeah. See, there you go. They talked about it. There you go. The fix was there.
1,000 generations live in you now.
1,000 generations live in you now.
That reminds me of Avatar: Last Airbender, kind of.
But this is your fight.
All right, that to me says I'm not helping you, right? This is your fight.
No, I think that's a little over analytical about it. I think it's like saying, 1,000 generations live in you now. We pass it down onto you, but this is your fight. That's like saying, yo, we're all with you, but at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to have to, put in that extra. I don't think the Luke Skywalker at the end of Last Jedi is not the same Luke Skywalker at the beginning of Last Jedi. And I think the Luke Skywalker at the end of The Last Jedi is the same one that's giving this speech. So which just means to me, it's not like, yo, you're on your own. It's, yo, you got to do this. Like, I can't. This is something that I cannot help you with. Like,
okay, I think if we see any Luke badassery in this, which I
it's
do,
at the very end.
I do think we're gonna see, but I don't think we're gonna see it in a future sense. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be in a flashback sense.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna show it like him fighting Snoke or something like that.
Or Vader.
Right. I don't think we'll see. I don't think we'll see him joining in the fight against Kylo.
I think I'm opposite. I do think we're gonna see flashback of him being a badass, but I also think since this is the into the Skywalker trilogy, and I mean, I don't know. I like
Skywalker Saga.
Skywalker Saga. Oh yes, like not just trilogy. There's 3 trilogies. Skywalker Saga. This is it. Like this is the last. As far as we know, this is the last time Mark Hamill's ever gonna play Luke Skywalker. Like this is their last chance.
This will probably be the last time he plays him on screen.
Yeah.
But I bet he will
Animated
voice him later. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could see that too. Okay. Or maybe even like a cameo in like a TV series they ever do live action, or if they do another spinoff, who knows? But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think if they were ever going to have the Luke Skywalker that a lot of fans were like theorizing, like, you know, freaking lightning coming out of his hands, or like lightsaber like going against like freaking Optimus Prime in the Transformers '86 movie where he like mows down like 20 Decepticons. If they're gonna go that route, this is oh yeah, well then
no,
you know what happens.
Yeah.
You know what happens right after that? Optimus Prime,
yes.
dies. But I mean, Luke, that's like Luke, he comes back, just like Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime always comes back.
All right, let's keep going.
Oh yeah.
Every generation has a legend. Mm-hmm. The Legend of Skywalker.
Yeah. I love this shot.
It's good.
Yeah.
Where do you think this is? New planet? I think it's a new planet.
I think it's supposed to be either. I think it's most likely Jakku.
Jakku? It might be Jakku. You're right.
No, I think it's most likely Jakku.
Kylo's gloves?
Oh, that's definitely Kylo. Without a
well,
doubt.
yeah, because someone. Okay, so hold on. Watch this.
I don't know if that necessarily is Kylo.
You don't think Kylo's in that time?
I think that shot with his gloves. I think that was Kylo. I don't like. I'm not.
You don't think it's?
I think it's misleading. Like I think they're misleading.
Well, why wouldn't this ship have shot at her by now?
That's also true. Like unless because I saw a lot of people in the comments saying like, why is the ship just going straight towards her, and not just shooting at her? Like unless it's very personal. Like
Kylo gets very personal.
Like blow that ship out of the sky, like
yeah.
freaking Millennium Falcon. Like no, he doesn't like it. It's with Rey, it's love hate. Like he either wants to touch her hands from across the galaxy, or he wants to freaking get up so close to her with a TIE fighter. He doesn't even want to shoot her. He wants to freaking ram into her, like or.
So here we go. Amazing shot.
Yeah. Or this could be like another redirect entirely. Like Kylo's not maybe there's something they have to do where Rey has to jump on top of that TIE fighter, and they're working together.
Yeah, it could be a stolen TIE. You're right.
Yeah,
like this could not be a fight at all. This could be something else.
Because I mean, if it was a fight, like don't you think that instead of like jumping, she would like try and use her lightsaber to like swipe one of the wings off? Or
well, I think if she was to attack, but it looks like she's jumping on top of it.
That's true. Yeah.
Like from where she's gonna land.
Yeah.
It looked like she's landing on top of it.
So she might not necessarily again. I guess that's the evidence that might be Kylo. She might not necessarily want to hurt the person inside, but she does want to stop them.
I don't think the TIE silencer, right? I don't think Kylo's TIE silencer is red though, is it?
The ones that he's used in the previous movies is not.
Yeah, okay. So he might have made it red. All right, so we just had a little bit of a snafu. We talked about 10 minutes. We talked for about 5 minutes, and I realized that when I hit the space bar to push play, it stopped recording. So this is where I ended it. So I'm sorry, everybody. We're gonna try to remember what we said. We had some pretty legit conversation, so we're gonna keep going from here.
Okay.
All right. I'll just click the play button.
Play.
Alright, so we stopped here, and we think...
Okay, yeah, so I made some stupid Aladdin reference. He said, new planet.
Aladdin reference.
And I came up with this, it's a theory. I think this is, a totally side quest with Rose, Tico, and R2-D2, because we haven't seen them in the trailer, not with the others. And I think they have their own mission. So I think the R's
Rose and R2-D2, yeah, because we haven't seen them in the shots with the group that like they're off on their own doing something here.
Exactly.
This is definitely a new planet. Well, I don't know, say it's definitely a new planet, but we haven't seen it before.
It's 99%.
Apparently, Bennet thought it was Agrabah. Like I don't know.
No, it reminded me of the live action Aladdin trailer, like
the Cave of Wonders.
In the Cave of Wonders with like the gold, like it literally looks. It has the same color aesthetic, at least for the live action trailer and everything.
No, I agree with you.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I think that's an A-wing. You can't.
I think
flies past. So
I'm pretty sure it's an A-wing.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So let me get it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like, all right, let's go. Boom. We just.
That freaking Adam Driver. He is a Marine. He does not take any shit. He gives it.
So we had a discussion about whether or not was he fighting a resistance fighter, a pirate, or one of the Knights of Ren.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Knights of Ren turn on Kylo Ren?
Or vice versa.
Right, because of the weapon he's holding. It's really hard to tell here in this moment, but there's a lot of things that could happen with this character, for sure.
Oh, yeah, then definitely. Like, what if the First Order finds out he's the one that kills Snoke? What if Hux is the one who kills Leia, and that pisses Kylo off?
Or what if Hux finds a way to turn the First Order on Kylo?
Oh,
but that's not what's happening here, though, because if you go a little further, like you can see
he's fighting with them, or at least like if he finds a way to turn them on Kylo, it's gonna be after this.
Right. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And
if the Emperor is coming back, is Kylo going to want to be him? Because in the end, Darth Vader was the one who killed the Emperor. But is that the version of Vader that Kylo is going to be idolizing? Because
probably not. He probably wanted to go work with the Emperor and finish what he started.
Yeah, but it's obvious in
what you started.
It's obvious in hindsight though that the Emperor was going to betray the Vader eventually.
That's right.
Why would Kylo want to work with someone who is basically Vader's Snoke?
Right.
He freaking killed Snoke.
That's true.
Like he literally cut him in half because he didn't want anyone. Basically, because he didn't want anyone telling him what to do.
That's true. Alright, so here we came to a big realization that when I first saw this trailer, I thought this was Kylo Ren fixing his helmet, but it's not. It's obviously a hairy alien in shackles.
Yep.
Now, is it a slave? More than likely, it's a slave, a person enslaved by the First Order.
Yep. But why make a random slave be the one that makes the finishing touches on your repaired First Order suit, unless this particular individual has some type of significance to Kylo?
Right. There's also the option that maybe this isn't a slave, or maybe it's one of the. They don't talk about it in the TV show. Or no, I'm sorry, they don't talk at the TV show. They don't talk about it in the movies.
Yeah.
But there's a Darth Vader cult that exists. I guess they eventually become the Knights of Ren, but that's never confirmed.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah,
but this
because it wasn't in the Aftermath book. They collected all these relics and whatever.
And it falls in a lot of the extra books after that. And this could be a Knight of Ren. It looks like they're in shackles.
But then again, it might.
Yeah, but they might not be. Yeah, it looks like that could just be a bracelet, to be fair.
Bracelet.
Yeah, but it's probably shackles.
Yeah. I mean,
who knows what's happening here? But it's definitely not Kylo Ren.
Oh, 100%.
Kylo Ren doesn't turn into Teen Wolf.
He's not. It's not gonna be a Scooby Doo moment.
Yeah.
Let's see who the monster really is. It's Kylo.
All right.
Yep. Finn's got Rey's staff.
Yeah, Finn's got Rey's staff here. We talked about that.
Because are they do they get separated from Rey and he comes across her staff and he's Rey's this way,
yeah, she's over here somewhere. It does look like they're looking for something,
because they were from what we've seen, this is also it seems like the planet where they get into that fight later, from the jetpack troopers,
right?
So maybe this is after, so they get separated from Rey, little 3PO, come across the First Order, they gotta go in this action sequence.
Right, and Poe Dameron in his Nathan Drake
yeah, we pointed out. Finn doing his best Han Solo cosplay.
And we talked about how Han Solo was a father figure to
Finn and Rey.
And he's definitely trying his best to mimic him as a role model, because they don't show it here, but there are shots of him wearing pretty much Han Solo's pants. I was saying John Boyega earlier, He went to JJ and was like, "Yo, let Finn
have more style. Like Finn's no longer FN2187. Like he's Finn, so he's got like some John Boyega hair style going, and he's like inspiring like his attire and his pants, like the blue pants. That's literally the same pants Han Solo wore when we first ever met him, or at least very similar.
Very true. All right, BB-8 and the new droid. What was
Dio? I think is his name.
Dio.
Mm-hmm.
We could be wrong about that. Don't hate us, internet.
Yeah.
But I discussed that
How can they hate us if like they haven't even seen? Like,
you guys!
Like for all we know,
get it right!
Like for all they know, they could freaking change the droid to a freaking girl droid named Bessie or something.
Stop it.
Like by the time the movie comes, I'm just saying, like, why? Like
right.
Star Wars fans, like I love your passion. Like we're Star Wars fans ourselves, but like you can't.
Cut it out.
We can't just chastise people for not liking something. I mean, that's not. We live in a society.
But I do think that it's Disney marketing at its best. I just
new porn.
Again, BB-8 was the same way, but all of a sudden, all of us fucking love BB-8. So
it's also like
we could fall in love with this droid.
Do you remember that like evil version of BB-8 that they had for like 2 seconds in The Last Jedi?
Yeah, I think it was BB-9.
Yeah, like they only had like 1 or 2 shots of it, and its entire purpose was literally just like, hey, that's a trash can moving. Oh wait, it's the Resistance. I'm gonna tell on them.
Yeah.
Like, and then it just disappeared.
That's good me. Good me can't be here. So cute. All right, so here we go. It's our boy Lando Calrissian back. In his solo. Well, it's not exactly, but it's
Donald
almost
Glover.
Positive.
It has the same color at least.
It's really close to the Donald Glover outfit, but that's on purpose, I think, to kind of like put them together.
Connect them together, like they're trying to like universe building. But yeah, like I was saying how there's probably going to be a moment where he like touches the Falcon and says something about L3 or just says like, "How you doing, girl?" Like,
yeah, there's definitely going to be an L3 and Lando
and
reunion in this movie for sure.
And like a lot of people in the audience are going to be like, "Oh!"
Yeah, that's right.
And some people are going to be like, "Ugh!" Or a couple people, I don't know. It depends on how you view their relationship.
And it's nice to see Chewbacca back with Lando, an old friend. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have Han Solo, you can have the next best thing.
A lot of people still like to give Lando crap for Empire Strikes Back. I'm just like
he had the best. He actually brought this up on stage at the episode 9 panel. It was the best option Lando had at the time.
Majority of people, even good people, would have had to have done what Lando did in that situation. If he straight up just turned Vader probably would have like not only killed Lando, probably would have killed the entire population.
Right.
Replaced them with his own people to make it to make it much more convenient. So, like, Lando literally did what he had to do to save his people.
That's true. I don't think Lando's going to be in this movie very much, though, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, there's going to be, like, a scene in the middle where they come to him, like, yo, want to come fight with us? We need all the help we can get. Lando's going to be like, I don't know, I'm retired. And then, like, Chewbacca's like, roar! And then he's like, oh, you'll let me fly the Falcon? Hold up! Like, and, like, at the very end of the final fight sequence in space, him and Chewie are gonna, like, I think that's what
we're looking at right
now. I think that's one of the few scenes in the trailer that's from the end of the movie. I think most of that is either from the middle or before.
Right.
Yeah.
Saga comes to an end. Alright, so hold on, right here.
Yep.
Oh,
right.
Oh, okay, go back a little bit.
That's gonna be cool in 3D.
It's definitely gonna be cool. Hold on.
IMAX.
And go.
Yo.
Oh! I get this one.
Okay.
Oh, God! I'm gonna get it.
It's not a good
I'm gonna get it.
And...
Oh!
Yeah, there we go.
Good enough.
That's good enough. Yeah. Okay.
The Jet Trooper.
Jetpack Trooper.
There's not been a Jetpack Trooper portrayed in movies.
There's been a Jetpack clone
Trooper,
but not a Jetpack Stormtrooper.
Right. Yeah. So this is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I don't like when they introduce new troopers in the past because it's like feels like a retconning. But when you introduce new troopers in the future, it's fine.
It feels good. I mean, Yeah,
It's like the clone troopers. Like when we advanced the clone troopers, it still didn't mesh that well because it's like what happened. They all stopped being like specialized troopers and became stormtroopers. I don't know.
I feel like the Death Troopers of Rogue One were okay, just because like they were the personal liaison or the guard of Krennic, and Krennic died right before in A New Hope, so it follows that his troopers would no longer be a thing. So I feel like that's fine.
Right.
Yeah. No.
All right. Then we got the.
I can't wait for this scene. This scene was one of the
group on the skiff. It looks like, or scooter.
It's probably gonna be. It's one of the movie's big chase scenes. Looks like we got Poe piloting, best pilot in the galaxy. He can
Stop it.
No, he really. I mean, he is. I mean, especially since Han Solo. But yeah, there's 3PO. He's like holding on, probably saying some stupid 3PO thing. Like Poe's doing his best Han impression, like "Never tell me the odds" or something like that.
That's right.
And Finn's also probably doing his best Han Solo. Oh, that was close. Look at
Everybody almost died right there.
Look at Poe. He's like, oh shit. He's like,
it's gonna be a fun scene.
Yeah, you see him like turn his head. He's like, oh my god.
Okay, definitely an A-wing.
That's an A-wing.
Wow, we don't get to see much of that at all. Hold on.
I think they did that on purpose.
Is this on a planet? This is in space.
Did
this
he
in
say?
Space? I don't know, man. It's so short.
It almost looks like Coruscant. Like, it almost looks like Coruscant.
Yeah. Oh man, this is on purpose. That's definitely an A-wing, but that's all you can make out. There's definitely some kind of capital ship in the background.
That almost looks like Republic from Revenge of the Sith,
well,
like the opening scene, like above Coruscant.
Yeah, because of the red stripe. That's
Except
interesting.
red stripe, but it's an A-wing, which we don't. Did we see A-wings at the end of the Clone Wars?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch. I know we see Y-wings.
So is this is Leia?
I think that's the medal that she gives Luke and Han at the end of New Hope.
Yeah, she might just be like reminiscing on them. And see, this would be a scene that you don't need. This is a scene you could put together without Carrie Fisher.
Or in fact, this might even have been a scene in Last Jedi. I filmed The Last Jedi, but they didn't use it. They cut it out. But now they're reusing it for here, like because Last Jedi is like right after Han died. It would make sense to film a scene of Leia looking at the medal she gave to him, like on their first adventure together.
That's true.
Very first adventure, yeah. Oh,
this is definitely a new scene.
Oh yeah.
See, I think what's happened here is she's hugging a green person. And so
they said that they're not going to. Well, she's hugging a green person, but they also said that they're not. Going to create a CGI Leia. Everything they're using.
No, this isn't It's not CGI Leia, but it's Leia moved to a different location.
Probably. This is probably the different version of the hug that they have in Force Awakens.
Right, exactly.
At the end, right after Han dies.
Because it's the same kind of haircut. It looks like.
Yeah.
Is that the same? I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, they can edit haircut, which is, I mean, it's not necessarily CGIing. No. But yeah.
It's great to have her at the end.
Oh, of course.
We'll always.
Okay.
Yeah, and see this might not be her. I don't know how they do it. And you know what? I don't want to know. I like the fact that she's even in the movie is a miracle, and I'm so happy for it.
Working around it, Use whatever footage you got left to carry.
Okay, let's listen to Luke's quotes here. Hold on.
We'll always be with you.
We'll always be with you.
That's right. Now this is probably my favorite shot from the whole trailer.
Oh yeah, we got Chewie.
It's like this. We haven't seen these three together.
Yeah,
in this entire trilogy.
We literally have never seen a shot except for like the end of Last Jedi, and even then, it wasn't just them. It was a bunch of other random Resistance members.
That's right.
Finn. John Boyega also said like he went to JJ and he was like, "Look, I know what the people want. I know what the fans want. They want us together. Like they don't want us like. I mean, scattered is cool, but." Like, every movie can't be Empire Strikes Back and, like, separating the heroes. Like, you gotta have at least one movie where your characters interact together. Because, like, people... I remember, like, Force Awakens opening night, people were cheering the very first time Finn and Poe steal a TIE fighter were fighting. Like, people were cheering, like, you've just met these two.
That's true.
And, like, you already got a theater full of people cheering. Like, that shows you, like, the characters are the best working together.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then we have all three droids, but no four.
No R2.
I think that gives another testament to your Rose and R2 statement earlier. Mm-hmm. But we got Chewie in the back.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. This is interesting to say the least.
Also, what does that look like? Is that a cloud in the back, or is that like a mountain? Like
it looks like it's shore.
Uh-huh.
Like, hold on, let me use the mouse. It looks like this is shore right here.
Yeah.
So it's just like another part of the beach.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right. So this is the most telling thing, because some people are like, it's 100% the Death Star.
Yeah. It's not the entire Death Star. It's the piece that blew off at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Right. So it's the
just
Death,
one of it.
and this is definitely the Death Star 2. Everybody was having debates of whether it was Death Star 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Death Star 1 got blew into smithereens. There's no way that
Death Star 2 got broken up almost. Yeah.
There's no way that this much of the original Death Star would still be together.
Yeah, and plus literally a couple seconds later we get the laugh.
Right.
Which would imply this is how they find, Emperor Palpatine's alive.
What planet is this?
It has to be. You thinking? I don't think it's Endor.
I think it is Endor.
You think it's Endor?
I never think it's Endor because I actually, at first I was like, nah, the farthest moon of Endor, right? But then I went and looked. Mm-hmm. If you look at Endor, there is a lot of ocean space.
You see a lot of water?
Yes, there is a lot of water space.
Well, that just be. I mean, yeah, that makes sense now. That was probably just because they literally. I heard somewhere that they literally used like some of the first images of Earth as a basis for Endor.
Right. So
because the entire movie was like a metaphor for us destroying Force. Yeah. So
I think that this is Endor. I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. I mean, it definitely has Octo vibe, but why would this be an Octo?
Yeah, Octo's. I don't think Octo's anywhere near Endor.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I do think this is Endor. I could be completely wrong, and I do think that this is not the end of the movie. This is the end of the second act, and I think there at the end there was a concept in The Force Awakens
of underwater Death Star,
and even going to the throne room of the Emperor to retrieve whatever the MacGuffin was originally for.
Yeah.
The Force Awakens, and I think that's moving the MacGuffin to this movie, and that's what we're gonna see.
And also, I heard Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know whether this was just talk or not, but she said that even before all the director changes and all the writing changes, Palpatine was always supposed to come back for Episode 9, which it could very much be just talking just to reassure the fans, but I also just from after all the concept art I've seen, after a lot of the stuff they use for the prequel comics, which they based off of the script treatments. They used they had access to the script treatments that J.J. Abrams did for all the entire trilogy.
I 100% believe that Palpatine was planned for in the beginning because
remember the cloning? He had a clone version of himself, or the pre-recorded message.
Yeah, it wasn't a clone. It was in pre-recorded message.
Yeah,
but
right.
because in all the extra stuff, all the new expanded universe, I can't remember what the official name of it is, but they all hint at Palpatine having a backup plan in the Outer Rim, and that's where the First Order formed. So
and that was like I said, I was saying that was they had access to J.J. Abrams because he wrote treatments. Not just for Force Awakens, the movie he actually helped write. He had an idea for 8 and 9, which he gave to Rian Johnson. And Rian Johnson, he wasn't necessarily how Disney was with George Lucas. They were just oh, here's your scripts for the movies. We're just gonna do whatever we want. No, Rian Johnson was just he respectfully went to JJ and was I want to do my own thing. JJ was all right, that's fine. I mean, I'm not directing it. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying I wrote this, just in case. And JJ was all right, cool, but I got my own thing. But it wasn't necessarily 100%. I don't know. But I'm saying they're definitely going to
get something.
JJ Abrams, he did a lot of work for Force Awakens, and not necessarily, and probably I would say the majority of it did not get into Force Awakens. So, and if it's good stuff, why not use it for Episode 9? Yeah, that's true.
All right.
No one's ever really gone.
Oh,
no one's ever really gone?
That's the Last Jedi quote he said to Leia. I know that laugh.
And it's blue now. You know that?
Yeah. Last one was red. Force Awakens was gold.
So we get the cackling. I mean, by now everyone knows that's.
I mean, they literally had Ian McDiarmid
on stage.
And he's the one who announced the replay of the trailer.
Yeah, so at this point, everybody knows the Emperor is back in some way, shape, or form. I don't think the Emperor is going to be physically back alive.
I do. I don't think there's any other reason to go back to the Death Star other than to find a Palpatine that's alive because of so much hate, and he learned to do what Plagueis did, which was how to defy death, which is why we're gonna learn in Episode 9, Snoke was Plagueis all along.
Yeah, Snoke was Plagueis all along.
Yeah, no, like
I agree.
I mean, there's no other reason to not make him Plagueis. I mean, it'll connect the movies, especially since Palpatine's coming back.
That's right.
Especially, I mean, that just gives more evidence. I mean, they literally, when we first meet Snoke, I don't get why people haven't even, like, when we first meet Snoke, the music they played when we first meet Snoke is the exact same music that's played when Palpatine tells Anakin about Plagueis. I mean, that's
the key to, right? It's the key to it, right?
Yeah. I mean, seriously, how is that, like, not a, how's that a coincidence? That's what I'm saying. Like, how is that?
And of course, here we get our title, Star Wars Episode 9.
Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker. I personally am on the boat that the Skywalker is the new name for Jedi. It's time for the Jedi of the end. The Skywalker are born.
Yeah.
So now, if you're a Force user under Rey's tutelage, tutelage, you are
a Skywalker. That's what they're gonna call it.
Yeah.
Or I think that's could be the two. I'm on the boat. I love the title, by the way. Like, a lot of people, there's some people that are not liking it. I'm just like, first of all, how can you not like the title until you've seen the movie?
That's right.
Second of all, I think it's literal, meaning I do believe Skywalker, at least for the ending, is going to come back to life physical and, like, you know, do what we all thought he was going to do at the end of The Last Jedi, which he did, but not physically.
That's true.
He did it, but he's going to actually do it physically, like lightsaber fight. Like, I think he's going to actually do that. Whether or not he stays alive or rejoins the Force at the end, I don't know. I don't know whether they're going to want to keep him alive to have him be the only one of the main three surviving the trilogy, or if they want to have all three be one with the Force by the end of the trilogy. I mean, because we know from the interview with Oscar Isaac, he basically confirmed that Leia's dead.
Yeah.
Like, he said Leia's gone, and I can't imagine Leia abandoning the Resistance. No. Like, she wouldn't, she has so much personal investment in it. Like, she's got her adopted son, Poe Dameron, basically involved. She's got her actual son on the opposite side. Like, death is literally the only thing that could stop her.
It's true.
Yeah. So yeah, she's unfortunately, I think if she's not, I think most of the shots that we're gonna get of Leia are flashbacks. Like, I think she's gonna have died before 9 begins.
No, I don't think that. I'm not sure what they're gonna do it better than that. I think, but we'll see. All right, snap your fingers again. Boom, full camera.
Woo!
Okay, so that was our breakdown of Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. But like always, those are just our thoughts and opinions. What are your thoughts and opinions? Please let us know down.
That's why we have a comment section. That's why we haven't disabled it, despite a few of y'all.
Stop it. No, it's fine.
You won't. Oh, God.
Don't do that. So please start a dialogue. Talk about it. Where do you think we were wrong? Where do you think we were right? Do you think there's something that we missed?
Make sure to go back to this video in December after the movie comes out. And
like, you were wrong about this, you're wrong about that.
Yeah, be sure to list them out. Like, make a checklist. Make sure we acknowledge that you personally about it. Admit our mistakes. How dare we, Stevie B? How dare we not know?
We should do a reaction video to our original Force Awakens reaction video.
Oh, dude, we're gonna look like such fucking dorks in that video. Like, look at these assholes.
Yeah,
like we're like, oh, I bet that planet that's being blown up is Endor because, dude, I actually said that. I
think you did.
I said that. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, please, if you like this video, like it. If you enjoy the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We got a few more Star Wars stuff coming out, so please check it out, and we will talk to you soon. Yeah. Nerds of the Apocalypse, and we're out.